Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I am Penge, and welcome to Industries of Titan, a futuristic city builder where we set up shop on the moon of Titan, obviously, with the aim being to build ourselves a huge, sprawling, profitable city filled with factories and workers and residences and citizens and video advertising, because yes, video advertising is how we make money from our citizens. We force them to watch adverts and we get paid for it. Hooray for the corporations of the future, I suppose. And there's other stuff as well, like power grids and waste disposal and carving up the citizens to turn them into robot workers. Yep, that's a thing too. That happens. So there's an awful lot going on. This is the early access version of the game, and it also has the All Roads Lead to Titan update applied. But because it's early access, it's not the finished version, and there might be a few bugs and glitches and whatnot. But if you're interested, then there's a link to the Epic Store page in the video description below. If you want to check it out for yourself and have a little look, then you can do so. And we were given a key to this by the devs, which is very, very lovely. So thank you very much, devs. That's very kind of you. So I think without any further ado, let's get on a spaceship to Titan. So the first thing we have to do is set up our game, and there's several different game modes. There is the standard game mode, which says it's the intended way to play. There is the Zen game mode, which sounds very lovely. There's no attackers, you can play peacefully. And then there's survival mode, and I love the wording over here in survival mode. It says, increasing difficulty, you will die eventually, in big capital letters. So in that mode, death is inevitable. It's a case of when, not if. I don't think we'll take that mode on right now. We will play an entirely normal game over here on the standard mode with normal difficulty. Thank you very much. And the next thing we've got to do is pick what faction we want to play as. In the version of the game right now in early access, there are only the Landfallers. So if we click on redacted here, we just get a kind of floaty red space question mark thing. So we're going to be playing as the Landfallers. They have certain things they start with, so different amounts of resources and space and influence and all that kind of stuff. And the Landfallers are just a kind of group of people that are just, trying to make a bit of money. They're just trying to make a bit of money by setting up various sort of, industries and things all over the place. So yeah, they're kind of this swirling, leaderless group of striving hopefuls from across the system. So they're not, there's no leader, there's no central kind of leadership to this. It's just people doing what they can do to make a bit of money. So yes, we will be playing as those, please. And then we get to pick what kind of destination we want to go to. So you could pick a low risk land grant. So everything is normal. We will be going for this. You can pick high risk, high rewards. So there's a lot of resources, but there's very few rocks, there's no legs, there's very high crevices, and there's a lot of rebels. Or you can pick this, a pioneering terraformer. This seems pretty difficult because there are low resources, and I don't think we want to do that. Given that, I've only played this a little bit, I think that's going to be a silly thing to do. So we will go for a lovely, safe-sounding, low-risk land grant. And our corporation name shall be the Cupboard Conglomerate. Any excuse to use the word conglomerate should be taken at any time because it is a wonderful word. So yes, I think we're ready to go. So let's launch our ship over to Titan and set up the Cupboard Conglomerate. So here we go, welcome to Titan, and I can happily report that spacebar is pause, which is wonderful. I do like a spacebar pause game. So this is Titan, and this is where we start. This is what we've got. We've got this little headquarters, and this space within the blue square is currently ours. So we can buy more space. And then we've got all sorts of stuff going on all over the screen. So we've got ourselves power, we've got no power, we're generating no fuel. We have to our name 100 credits, we've got 5 minerals, we have 0 isotopes, and so far we have generated no waste. And then the land around us is owned by the council. So there is a council that own all this land. And you can see there's loads of buildings. There's loads and loads of buildings. So somebody or some people have come here before to Titan and they've tried to set up and, they look like they did okay. But then something happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's in a story that's going to be featured as part of the game or whatever. But some tragedy befell Titan and all these buildings are now just ruins. They're all just ruins. So we can go and scavenge things from ruins. That gives us various bits and bobs up here like minerals and isotopes. And we can also get artifacts as well. And then we can also go mine these things from these minerals patches and these isotopes patches over here. And we can also build buildings and things inside our buildings to then generate extra bits and bobs too. So there's quite a lot going on. There's an awful lot going on. So yeah, you can go into the headquarters. You can fly into the headquarters and have a little look around. So you can build big things out in the city and you can build little things in some of the buildings, which I do quite like. Also, there is a very intriguing combat floor. That's not available in early access. I would love to know what's going on in there. So let's go back to the city. So we've got ourselves 2 current employees. That's what we've got. 2 workers. We could do with some more workers. because that's only 2 people wandering around and going to grab various bits and bobs. So let's get 2 of them right now to go out and see if we can gather some more resources, because we don't have much in the way of minerals and we've got no isotopes at all. Whatever an isotope is, I don't know. I'm not really sure. All I know is they're green. They're green and they are in patches over there. But apparently they're used to construct high-tech buildings. So minerals are just your generic sort of building thing, and isotopes are your fancy, exciting sort of buildings. So let's go over to these ruins here, and we shall go and survey them. We'll send somebody to go and survey those, and those ones there, why not? So then we'll move time on, and we should see our people pop out of the building. I don't know if we'll be able to see them right now, but they'll walk out the building, and then they will go and have a little look and survey these buildings. Oh, here they are. Here are our people. Oh no, some more workers appeared. We've got 5 workers now. Hooray. Oh, that's good news. Yay. Right. Okay. Well, we'll survey all of these buildings then. So we'll get that one done, and that one done. But quite a lot of buildings in our starting territory there. So there you go. So we're slowly acquiring influence with the council. So the council are over here, and the council own the land. So if we want to buy extra bits of territory, we have to earn certain amounts of influence. So if we wanted to buy that empty spot just there, that would cost us 4 influence. We've got 23. This building here, however, because it's got this tile has an actual structure on it, that costs 10 influence. And now, if we pause it, we can see what's happened with these buildings. So these ruins here have just got resources in. Got 9 minerals, 1 isotope, and 7 waste. And we are going to slowly start gathering waste. That's not going to be brilliant. We don't really want loads of waste, because obviously that's a bad thing. So we can salvage this. It's got no artifacts. So it's got none of those in, and we need those to unlock various other bits and bobs at various other points in the game. So let's go and grab the resources from that. Over here, we'll salvage that as well. Over here, there is 1 red artifact. Given that those 2 had no artifacts, we'll grab an artifact from there. We will salvage that, and we will salvage that. So only 1 artifact. Okay. And then we need to go into the headquarters. Because we're going to start gathering waste, we need to, find somewhere to put it. So we need a little sort of waste storage area. And then also, we're going to need to store all these things that we're finding. All of these minerals and isotopes. Currently, that's it. We've got 1 little storage container just sat just there. So I think we might need to build ourselves a slightly better storage container. So let's build one of these down here. So a medium storage container. We'll put it next to the other one. Why not? Okay, so move time on, nice and quick. And the little people sort of, they all pootle about. I think that's the door just there. Yeah, there's the door. So we've got that built, which is wonderful. So hopefully they are now harvesting those resources, because we also need a waste receptacle. So let's put a waste receptacle over there. Let's get that constructed. There we go. Right. So now there is a place for them to put trash, essentially, to put rubbish, and they can go and grab all this other stuff as well, which is lovely. Has the weather turned inclement on Titan? Yeah, it rains a lot on Titan. There's a lot of rain on the planet, the moon of Titan. It's a very stormy place. It's like the UK in summertime. Look at it. It's lovely. So that's that done. We might as well get this building out of the way. So we will survey that building. So one of our workers can go and have a little look at what's in here. And then that means we've got this area sort of freed up, which is lovely. So all of our territory is, it's not got buildings in, not got ruins in. So let's go into here. We now need to start generating some power, because we currently have no power. We've got no fuel and then no power. So currently we can't do really much else with any of the buildings because they just won't have any power to function. So we need to start building some things over here for energy. But in order to create energy, we need some fuel. So the thing is, the story goes that the atmosphere of Titan is such that you can harvest fuel from the air. You can just harvest the molecules of whatever's around and it turns it into fuel. So we can build ourselves a small fuel fabricator or a large one. It will take 10 minerals. Why not just we'll just build a large fabricator. We'll just get one of these big ones in just here. We'll tuck it into that corner there. So if we could get that done very soon, that would be marvellous. We'll also build ourselves a fuel tank, because why not? That makes sense as well. So we'll pop a fuel tank over there, just because you can't sort of store it otherwise. It would just get wasted. So we might as well have a little backup of fuel. And then we'll build ourselves now what does that need? That needs 1 more mineral. Have we looked at that building yet? Have we looked in here? What is in here? Oh, they're still not got around to that yet. I think they're moving stuff around. I think our little worker people are still shifting all of these boxes and waste things around. If they could get that done, that would be great. There we go. There we go. Someone's scanning. I can see there. Futuristic scanning beams. Minerals or... Ooh, a red artifact. A red artifact would be useful, but there's loads of other buildings around. And right now we need the minerals. So let's get that, and we'll buy some of these tiles and get that. And yeah, we can buy these tiles over here and just get access to loads of minerals from there. So yeah, so we'll have that for now. Because yeah, we want to get all this other stuff set up. We need some sort of power. So now we're generating loads of fuel. And we're chucking loads of fuel into the batteries. Not batteries, fuel storage tanks. But we're not actually burning any of the fuel. We're not using it for anything. So yeah, I want to get a large generator. We might as well, if we're going to do it, we might as well do it properly. So let's move time on. Let's see if they can bring in those extra minerals. We are going to need to get all this stuff though as well. Different energy relays and batteries and what have you also are required. Okay, maybe we get a medium energy generator to save some of our minerals. Hang on, what have we got there? How many minerals do we now have? 22 minerals. I think that... Oh, we're going to get another one? Are we getting more minerals? 24 minerals. Right, I think that's what we've got. So a pool of 24 of these. So an energy generator is going to be... A large one is going to be 12. Okay, and then we need various other bits and bobs as well. So that generates the energy. Then we need a relay to kind of relay it around the area. And then we need an industrial outlet to allow that electricity to be channeled out into the city map, if you like. So at the moment, the electricity that we're creating here is only for this building. We have to kind of channel it out of the building, if you like. So that's going to take 12. An energy relay, a small one, is going to be, even that's 6. That's 18. That's going to be 22. Then we could build a battery, a small battery for 24. And then that will be it. That will be all of our minerals gone. Let's do that. Let's have a go. So let's grab ourselves an energy generator. Oh my word, they are gigantic. And I have built this in a very, very shoddy way. Right, it might have to go just there. But that's fine. We'll pop that just there. That's okay. So a big one of those in the headquarters. That's absolutely fine. And then we'll get ourselves the battery. So a small battery it was. That can sort of tuck into that corner just there. Then we want the industrial outlet to have. Right, first we need to put the relay in. So what have we got? 10. So that'll be 6 plus the 4 for that. Yeah, so a large energy relay. That could go in that gap there to relay energy to anything else in there. I don't think we need a large relay. I don't think we need the large relay. I think we can cope with a small one. We can put something else up here. And then maybe we could put a smaller one down the bottom. Or do we have a large energy relay? I'm now dithering about energy relays. Let's put the large one in as planned. We'll drop that in. And then the industrial outlet has to be within range of this energy relay thing just here. Yeah, so this when I did the tutorial, because I did do the tutorial for this, I was a little bit befuddled by this. I had to go back and revisit this. I was kind of going, what? And then that there. So now we've got ourselves fuel generator. That generates fuel. When this thing is built, it's going to generate energy from the fuel. Then we've got ourselves a battery to store some of excess energy if we have any of that. And then we have the energy relay to disperse the energy around this building. And then the industrial outlet then channels the energy out of this building and makes it available for anything else around here that is within range of other things that can distribute the energy, if that makes any sense. So there we go. Right. They need to go and work on this then. So come on, little people. Go and build. You've got much to do. In fact, you've actually, that's surprisingly, terrifyingly efficient. Well done. You have built all of that stuff. That's very impressive. Good grief, they've done it all already. That was fast. So now we're generating 9 power, and we've still got a surplus of 2 fuel, which is pretty good. However, we are full on the waste front of things, and we do now have no minerals. So we're going to have to go and grab ourselves some buildings, I think. So we've got 46 influence. How about we work our way over here? So we'll claim this tile here. So now that becomes our tile. Our influence in this little blue box thing is now spread to here. We'll also buy that tile as well, I think. There we go. So that tile has got some minerals on it. And we'll set an employee to go and work on that tile, please. And they will just bring back minerals. And we'll also survey that building to see what's in there. So there we go. So that's our current list of things to do. We can't really do much else because we have no minerals. We're just sort of stuck for the minerals. So yeah, we'll just wait for them to do that, I guess. Oh, hang on. That building is already done. Even though it has a lovely artifact in it, we will salvage that for the goodies that are contained therein. We will get some lovely minerals and some isotopes. Our waste is full. Okay, right, we need to do something about that. Now, there's all these things down here as well that you can build. There's various bits and bobs, but a lot of these are locked away. The only thing that we can build is a factory, and it's just a space for, as they call it, devices. So the things that go in the buildings are devices. So that's all we can build right now. But in the future, you can build smokestacks. We're going to need those to burn the waste, and there's storage facilities to store loads of stuff. And then you can have bigger sort of energy generating things like that. So instead of putting them inside the buildings, they are outside the buildings, and things like residential blocks and offices. There's loads of stuff. And yes, there's military. We do get attacked. People will come and attack us. There are rebels. There's rebel camps. They're going to come and try and get us. And they have these sort of flying spaceship things. So yeah, we need to make sure we've got defense against them as well. And then there is a council monument, which is a little bit sort of important to the council. But yeah, we can build one of those as well for more influence. But right now, can't really do anything. So we'll just move time on a little bit until we've got enough minerals, maybe to get ourselves a factory. Okay, we now have 10 minerals, so we can get ourselves a factory down here. So there we go. We'll pop that. Let's put it there. Let's put it in this corner of our space. So it takes up 10 minerals and one of our isotopes as well. One of our lovely green isotopes has gone into this. And I do like this. When they get all the sort of stuff in that they need to actually build this, it's going to take a little while for them to move all the minerals over. There's quite a lot to go in. But yeah, when it's actually done, there's a really, really nice thing that pops up. We just see it now. So the building is ready to be constructed. And up come these little sort of arm things, and they just move back and forth, and they kind of 3D print the building. They kind of print the building out of nothingness. So we just feed the minerals and the isotopes into this sort of mega printing machine, and then the building is just created, which is, I like that. I think that's really good. And yeah, there they go, look, still just creating things. And there's another tier. So yeah, the building has multiple floors, so it moves up a little bit. I do like that. That's very good. Can we buy this patch of minerals here? Yes, we can. Let's get another of our employees over here working on that mineral patch as well. Because we need lots and lots of stuff. We need lots of minerals to do stuff. Right. And the factory is here. The factory is available for us to use. And all it is just some more of this. It's some more of this lovely, lovely space here. So we're going to need to start thinking about getting some extra credits. We do also need to think about getting rid of some of this waste. What we could do, we could build a few more waste receptacles in here. So let's build maybe 2 of those, just to make sure that the waste isn't just piled up around the city. And then eventually we'll get to a thing where we can burn them. Because even though it's the future, we don't do anything clever with waste. We just burn it in great big smokestacks because we haven't quite worked out what to do with waste yet in the future. So we've got 2 waste receptacles underway in there. And then what I think we'll do is, in here, let's get some of these things in. Because we have all this power, but we're not doing anything with the power right now. So these things here let us get people to come and live here. So they can come and live in the factory. Yay! Yay for the future. So there's these little sort of habitat pods. So an extra 2 citizens can come down here and live in this building. Because that's very luxurious. They can live in this lovely place. So we'll get a couple of these in. So let's get one of those in just there. And that is all the minerals done, I think, for now. So we'll move time on a little bit. We'll possibly do a storage thing over here, actually. When they've grabbed enough stuff, can we have a medium-sized storage container over here? If we can get to another mineral, that would be very, very handy. If we could do that anytime now. So what we do is the citizens are good old people that have come to live on Titan for a fresh start or whatever. So we can use them to where are the things that we can get them to do? If we build a monetization station, then the citizens just go over and watch ads. As it says there, they generate credits quickly by hiring idle citizens to watch adverts. So that's what the citizens do. We just sit them in front of a screen, they watch adverts, we get paid money for it. Which, I don't know if that's a terrifying reflection of the future or not, I don't know. But yeah, so that's what we need, because we need to start generating credits to unlock all of the fancy buildings. But we need some citizens in first, of course, because we currently have no citizens at all. So let's get ourselves, we want another one of those. These also do need to be powered as well. We need some power for these. Now I assume, can we, actually, rather than building a whole power setup thing in here, can we use the power from within here? Because this thing is broadcasting power out into the world from the industrial outlet. It transfers energy between energy relay devices from inside buildings to energy pylon buildings outside. If we save up, we could get ourselves, is it in power, an energy pylon. And that allows us to transfer energy around a little bit. So we could get one of those constructed. Let's do that. Let's move time on. They're still grabbing stuff from over here. So that's fine. So they're still grabbing minerals. So let's wait until we've got 10 minerals. And then we'll construct ourselves an energy pylon. So this is all part of the basic framework of getting stuff set up. Just, yeah, your very sort of ground level, getting an energy grid set up, getting some fuel set up, all that kind of stuff. So right, so we're nearly there. So we can get one of these built. And again, these are 3D printed and they look amazing. So they have a kind of range of where they can sort of cover. Let's put it right there. Let's just put it next to that and it can cover all these other buildings. So hopefully someone will rush out to get that sorted. And that means that if we then build ourselves a... we can't get that quite yet. We can't get that quite yet. We need one more mineral. We need a lovely mineral to come into here. And that means we can have an industrial outlet to channel the energy from the outside back into this building. If that makes sense. So where do we want to put this? Oh yeah, we need an energy relay, don't we, actually? We need one of the relays. We'll put that there. So whatever's under that energy relay can actually receive energy. And then the industrial outlet can go just there to channel the energy from outside to the relay, which then relays energy to everything else. There we go. I think that's about right. So they'll start building that, and that thing is done. So that thing got 3D printed, and there it is. There is our energy pylon, which is very good. I like that. I like the spinniness of it. I mean, does it need to spin? Surely it's using more energy to spin the thing round. Stop spinning and we'll save a bit of energy, but okie doke, there we go. So we go back into the factory. Right, that stuff is done, and that is now powered. That is now powered, and up here we can see now that we have current citizens 0, but living space for citizens of 2. So we could now go and get ourselves a couple of citizens. So how do we get citizens? We have to go to the spaceport, and that's over here. And, you know, it's a fairly sort of functional looking building with a big kind of, you know, landing pad thing on the top. So if we go into here, we can see that we need 2 red artifacts to unlock access to this. Currently, we only have 1. That is somewhat inconvenient. However, we do have 51 influence. So why don't we go through and claim some of these buildings, and we'll claim the ones that are under the influence of that thing, so we can build other buildings on it and they can have power relayed to them. So we'll do all of those buildings there, and then we will survey all of these, please. So get surveying those, and we'll see if any of them have got any red artifacts in. I really hope they have, because we need to. Right, that's got 1 red. Yeah, we'll take that. What's this one got? That's just got some stuff. We'll take the stuff. That also only has... It's got 32 minerals in that one. Wow. And that one has a red artifact. So we'll sort of deconstruct these. And they do stand in front of them. They just sort of annihilate the buildings out of existence using futuristic green whooshy lasers. The buildings are just sort of entirely destroyed. And then the resources just left behind. Which, yeah, I mean, again, a terrifying look at the future there. You can destroy a building by just standing in front of it. Are we going to see this chappie doing that? Or are they gathering resources? I think they're just grabbing all these resources currently. Okay, well, there we go. Right, gather those resources. And then we can go over here to the spaceport. We can now unlock the spaceport with our 2 red artifacts. Yes, please. And then we can bring things in. And again, it costs influence. So if we pause time for a second... we can see that there are 4 ships docked, and there is 1 en route. So the Khan Strongarm, which is a wonderful name for a ship, that is en route. Oh, hang on. That is going to land in 1 second. There we go. It's now landed. So we've got 5 ships docked there. You wouldn't think it, would you? You wouldn't think there were 5 ships. I think they're docked in space. I think that's the idea. They're docked on a spaceport equivalent up in space somewhere. And then when we say, yes, I'm interested, they come down here and land. So what we can do is we can grab stuff from this. So the Argaia 13A, we pay 4 influence. We've now got 25. And we can get ourselves 2 citizens. So 2 citizens can come in and join us. The same for this. This one here gives us 5 citizens, but we don't have enough space for that. Or the Khan Strongarm gives us 1 citizen and some other bits and bobs as well. And you'll notice here, waste. We have to take the waste that the citizen has created. So they drop off a person, they drop off some minerals and isotopes, and then, I don't know, just a massive load of bin bags or something. I don't know. We'll just have either of these. We will have the 2 people that have come from Mars. So 2 people from Mars, the Argyre 13A. We will take that. Thank you very much. So just 2 people. 2 people and nothing else at all. So no waste, which is quite nice. So if we do that, we should then see, if we move time on, a ship will come down, which is jolly exciting. At some point soon, a ship will come down. There it is. So there's the Argyre, whatever it was, 13B, whatever it was. I can't remember now. So that's going to drop off our people. And then our people, there they are. There are 2 new citizens. They will slowly but surely make their way over into here. And they'll set up shop in our little sort of habitation pods, or whatever we called them. There we go. That building is being annihilated by future tech. And yeah, if we pop into here, we should be able to see them set up in these. I mean, are they nice? I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to live in one of these habitation pods. But there we go. So they're going to set up shop in there. And there we go. That's it. This is your life now. You live in these pods. I mean, yeah, they look okay. Homely? Is that what it is? So look at that. I mean, that is very interesting there. There's a screen above them. The screen is just above them, so they can lie on the bed, look up at the screen. They've got it sorted. Maybe being a citizen here isn't so bad. Right, during that time, we have acquired a lot of stuff. Possibly need to build some more stuff. So let's build a monetization station. It's going to cost 1 of our energy and cost 6 minerals, but we've got plenty of energy. Energy balance. We're not storing any energy. Did I not build a battery? I thought I built a battery. Did I build a battery in a really idiotic place? Hang on. Did I build the battery not actually near anything else? Hang on. Where is the battery? Yeah, the battery is not actually near the grid. Okay, right. Hang on. Copy that. Put the battery. So tuck the battery into that corner just there, and then we'll dismantle that battery because that. Yeah. Okay. That was a bit silly. There we go. We'll get that done. Battery dismantled. Can you build this one, please? Because I'd like to actually start storing some energy. That would be grand if we could. Yay! There we go. Right, we're storing stuff. It's like technical oversight there. So if we go back into here, then we can say, right, let's get a monetization station. We'll put it just there. And they should be pretty much on that. Also over here, yeah, we wanted to get a storage container as well, didn't we? Let's just pop that. The storage container does not need to be near the power. Let's just pop the storage thing in the corner. Just so at least there is one over here. Also, yeah, we're filling up with waste. We need to have more waste receptacles. We'll get a few more of those in because people don't like it when there's waste everywhere. And as you can see, because they're people, they are making waste. They're leaving waste behind. They're just leaving big, horrible piles of junk. And also, something that I kind of didn't really realise until I was, sort of sat watching stuff happening when I did my little sort of tutorial run, is that everything is pixel art. But when you zoom out, you kind of, it's easy to miss. But when you zoom in and start looking at things, it is all pixel arty. Like that box there, it's all pixely, which is lovely. Look at that, it's all pixel art. It's brilliant. And all the sort of the trash on the floor they've left behind there, it's all pixel art stuff as well. So yeah, it's very, very good. However, our monetization station is in. So this poor chap here, whoever you are, I don't know what your name is, but citizen number 1, you are a number, you have no name. He's sat here now, stood. He's not even got a chair. There's not even a chair in the monetization station. And we're just bombarding this poor person with adverts. And he's just sitting, watching these adverts, generating credits. So as you can see now, we're on 107 credits. So him staring at this is making us money, which is wonderful. So that's one purpose of the citizens. The citizens can get you this money, and it's all very good. Something else that the citizens can do is that if we build a conversion capsule, we can turn them into employees. So these are employees up here. We've sort of maxed out on 5 of those. But if we needed more, I think we're okay right now, but we will need more in the future. We basically have to take a citizen, we put them into a conversion capsule, and then we kind of turn them into robots. We kind of take out their innards and replace them with robot bits, which means that they're entirely kind of able to serve. That's what they do. They just serve us, and it says there, they work themselves to the bone, which is a little bit sinister. It's a little bit sinister, but yeah, we're okay for workers right now. We don't need any more sort of employees right now. So that's absolutely fine. So let's go back out, go back to the city. We're still gathering quite a lot of resources. Can we unlock any more of these exciting things here? We are going to need a smokestack at some point. We're going to need one of those because we are generating a heck of a lot of waste. 45 waste. I think we get one of those in sooner rather than later. So let's spend 100 of our now 127 credits. Enjoy the adverts, poor citizen. We'll unlock the smokestack. Thank you very much. And then we will just have to annihilate the rubbish over here somewhere. So let's claim this over here. I want to build the smokestacks away from other things because they create pollution. So we'll claim that, then we'll survey that building there, and then we'll take whatever's in it. If it's got a red artifact, that would be quite nice. I don't know if it's going to have one or not, but there we go. We'll find out momentarily. And it does. We'll take the artifact. Thank you very much. So if you could then start just disassembling this building. There we go. And down it goes. And boom, it's gone. And now we can build a smokestack. 10 minerals, 1 isotope. We can do that. And it's within range. Is it within range of the power of this thing? The pylon. No, it's not. However, we can change that. Because you can upgrade buildings as well. Hurrah. So there's a building here we can upgrade that increases the connection range from 2 to 3. And all it needs is 2 isotopes. So we've got 3 of those. And then to build a smokestack takes 1 isotope. So yeah, so let's get that in. So we'll put the smokestack there, which won't be powered. We'll turn the door around as well. There is a little sort of entry point to the buildings where those arrows are. So given that we're over here, we'll put the door facing that way. So right now that can't be powered. That can't actually be powered. But if we upgrade this, so that will switch off the power for a little while, because the power will switch off while that thing is, you know, in sort of upgrade mode. So that's going to get upgraded to extend the range over to the smokestack, which means that they can then both operate, which is wonderful. But right now, nothing's happening. Oh, the power's off. The factory's not able. Yeah, in there, he can't. This chap can't watch the telly anymore. It's a terrible day. And look, all the stuff's gone in here as well. The citizens just sort of anxiously hopping just from foot to foot. He just doesn't know what to do. They don't know what to do with themselves. So, right, let's get these things done. They're upgrading this already. The energy pylon is being upgraded. And they're building the smokestack as well, which is lovely. Okay, that's very big. That's a very big pylon. And the arms will stick out. And yes, there we go. And now that reaches here. That reaches the smokestack that we just constructed, which is lovely. So now we need to assign people to work in the smokestack. So at the moment, all of our sort of little sort of workers, all of our employees are just wandering around doing whatever they need to do. But now this needs a fixed person to sit in here and work in here forever. So yes, please, we'll have somebody working in there. I mean, these people are working over here until those minerals are gone. But this is a fixed job. So we're going to be now down to 4 employees that can actually go around and do stuff. Okay, we might want to look at getting some more of those back in then. But there we go. The smokestack is on. And I think, are they already putting... Yeah, local storage. They are pouring rubbish into this already. So our waste is going to come down, which is wonderful. That's very, very good. So yeah, we hopefully can burn through some of that. Now, of course, that will cause pollution. There we go. There's some pollution coming out of there. There is a little overlay for pollution. So we can see that the pollution levels around that they're okay. They're not wonderful, but they're okay. It is spreading a little bit. And sometimes I think there is wind. I think there is sort of a concept of wind. So that does spread around sometimes. So sometimes it blows this way. Sometimes it's clear. Sometimes it's entirely good because it just sort of blows it away or whatever. But yeah, that's not so bad. Okay, I mean, right, it's creeping a bit. There's more pollution coming out of that than I was expecting. Okay, fine. Right, we're quite polluting. I'm going to come off that and just pretend that that's not polluting anything. It's all fine. What have we got? 53 influence. Let's grab ourselves some more buildings. Let's grab all the ones that are now under the influence of this. So that there and that there. We'll survey both of those. And then we'll have both of those as well. What are they, 10 each? Yeah, absolutely. So go and grab those and grab those. Right, survey those 2 buildings, please, my little robot servants. Okay, all of them have been surveyed. That's not got that much in it. It's got a lot of waste. So we'll take the red artifact out of that. Thank you very much. We will take the red... Oh, that's got an isotope in it. And we are on 0 isotopes. Hang on, what's that? That's got 36 minerals in. Yeah, we'll take that. There's a lot of waste in there. What's that? That's a funny looking icon. Just some waste. Or a red artifact. We'll take the red artifact, please. I can live without that. So on this one then, let's get the isotope out of that. So yeah, we'll take that. Thank you very much. There we go. Lovely. So we've got various bits and bobs. I think now, have we got this unlocked yet? 200 credits. I kind of feel like we need to have some sort of defense. Just in case some villainous baddies come a-knocking, we really do need to actually get ourselves a defensive turret. We need to get a little bit of defence in. However, if we look there, the energy cost is going to be 4. That's going to cost 4 energy. We don't generate that much energy. So we're going to need to look at sort of redoing our energy grid. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. They can get these minerals and things sorted first. Let's deconstruct these buildings first before we start doing other bits and bobs. Okay, what we've done is we've set up another monetization station because we weren't really earning credits quickly enough. We need lots of these to start unlocking the big fancy buildings that we can have on the outside, in the city. So yeah, this citizen here who was just living the life, just sitting in the habitation pod, not doing anything, they have now also been drafted in to just sit and watch adverts. No, not sit, stand. To stand and watch these adverts. Which, yeah, there you go. That's what the future's going to be, everybody. So now we've got ourselves 285 credits and counting. So let's pause the game because then we can start unlocking these things down here. And these are going to be really, really handy. So currently, all of our sort of power and fuel provision comes from the headquarters. This building is doing all of our power generating, all of our fuel generating, all the batteries and stuff are in here as well. We can start moving that from inside the headquarters to outside the headquarters by unlocking these things here. So we've got ourselves a fuel turbine. So a fuel turbine generates 10 fuel, which is very, very handy. And we can't build one right now because we need some isotopes. We'll have to have a look at that momentarily. But yeah, we want one of those really to generate 10 fuel. And then we can get an energy plant that uses 4 of that fuel, but generates 16 energy output, which is wonderful. So we can start sort of, getting bigger and better things. Now we're actually earning some credits. So we had to do all that stuff initially in the headquarters to make sure that we could get those little sort of, those little video station things set up so we could get some credits. But now we're actually earning the credits. We can start moving things out of the buildings and out into the city map. So let's see. How can we get some isotopes? I think actually, is that an isotope? There's one just there. Yeah, we're out of storage. That is a bit of a problem, isn't it? All these things are full. Right, okay, large storage. Let's put ourselves a huge storage container just there. There we go. That'll give our people something to do, and then they can start storing all of this stuff. So they can get on with that. In the meantime, we shall go... What do we got? 49 influence. Do we go to... Let's get this. Let's claim that for 20, and then we'll claim this isotope patch. Oh, not quite yet. We won't. That's 40. Okay, we'll have to wait a while for that isotope patch because, yeah, that's 40. But the influence ticks up. We get 4 per minute. Yeah, so that'll slowly tick up to 40. And then we'll claim this just here because that's going to be very, very handy. And then, yeah, we've got storage for it. And then we can start building some of these more fancy buildings. There we go. We have 41 influence now. So we shall claim that territory and then immediately set somebody to go and work on it. So somebody go over there, please. Go over there and work on that. Get us some isotopes because we need lots of those. And also now we need some more employees because we've got one down here working full-time in the smokestack. We're going to have one over here doing various bits and bobs to grab the isotopes out. And they have like a little, if we put it onto normal speed, there's a sort of drone, like a drone that flies about and uses lasers to blast at the isotopes. And then they just, I don't know what they're doing. They must stand at the side and remote control it or whatever. It looks like quite a lot of fun. And then there's just a box left with the isotopes in, and then somebody else comes and picks up the box and takes it away into storage. So we're going to have somebody working on this, and there's people working on these ones as well. So, there's people working on these various bits and bobs over here. No one's on that one quite yet. So there's one on there, one on there, one on there. That's 3. One down here makes 4 in the smokestack. So 4 of our employees are working on projects. So there's kind of 1 employee wandering about doing lots of other stuff, presumably very, very tired and overworked. So we could do with getting some more workers. That does mean we've got to go back into the factory. We need another one of these habitat pod things. Now, however, powering up one of those is going to be a bit of a problem, isn't it? Getting one of those powered is going to be a bit of an issue Because yeah, it's quite tight for space in there. What we could do, we'd have to do this after we've got all the other stuff sorted, is you can build a residential building. You can build a little sort of housing block, which is nice. And then that obviously holds a certain amount of people. That holds, what does it do? Population space, 5. So we can get 5 people in from there, which is very good. And then we can start building, rather than having housing in here, rather than having these little sort of habitation kind of block things, we can just put in these sinister sounding conversion capsules in here instead. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll try and save the space in our factories and try and put some more stuff sort of outside on the city view if we can. So the good news is we now have 2 isotopes, which means that if we unlock the fuel turbine for 200 credits, we've now got 479, which is wonderful. We can do that. Yes, please. We can build a fuel turbine, which is excellent. However, it does say it does extra collateral damage if it is destroyed because it's going to explode. Obviously, because it's full of explodey fuel. So where do we tuck this? Let's put that down here somewhere. That can just generate fuel down here. Yeah, it can't go up there. I think, yeah, those spaces have got minerals on. Yeah, we'll just put it down in this corner. That's absolutely fine. So we'll do that. And then also, whilst we're here, we will then also unlock ourselves. Oh, no, we won't. That goes up. Oh, the amount of money it takes then goes up for these things. So if we then unlock the energy plant to generate a load of energy, that's then, yeah, look, I bet when we do this, we need that anyway. Yes, they're going to go to 400. Ah, okay, right. Didn't know that. There we go. Right, so we can build this thing. At least we can get a massive pile of fuel on the go. Okay, the fuel turbine is being 3D printed by the gigantic big 3D printing machine. So in it goes. Now the only thing is now we've got this, so we'll start seeing that absolutely ramp up. We will get ourselves loads of fuel. As soon as that thing comes down here, there we go, lovely. So that's generating massive loads of fuel. So we get plus 12 fuel now, which is wonderful. So that's a nice balance. The only thing is now we need to wait a little while to get the energy plant down. Because, oh no, hang on, we've got the 2 isotopes. Oh, they didn't have 2 of them when I last looked. But no, there we go. We've got the 2 isotopes in now. Oh, lovely. Well, there we go. So now we want to connect it up to this here. I want to make sure that it's within range of the energy pylon. So the energy pylon can make use of that particular grid. So how about we put it over in this corner? Yeah, let's pop it just there. So the energy plant can go down here. And that can then connect to the energy pylon. That's delivering energy to whatever is in this place here. So power is going into this area. So yeah, that should be fine. So that should leap up to some quite high numbers. That should go up to what, plus 60? No, does that generate 16? What does it do? Hang on, how much does it generate? Plus 16. So we'll have plus 18 power, which is, that's a lot. Given we've got plus 2 right now, we'll have plus 18 power. So then I think we just save up. We save up 400 credits, which will, yeah, that's slowly ticking up. It's slowly ticking up. So we'll get ourselves 400 credits and then get a little residential block put down, which will be quite nice. A little sort of, you know, Titan housing area. Get that in. Get some residents in, so get some good old citizens flown in via the spaceport, and then we can begin the slightly sinister, but, you know, it's the future, and that's what happens in the future. Yay, the future. The slightly weird process of turning those citizens into robot workers. Okay, the energy plant has been 3D printed, so we need somebody to work in it. So again, another one of our employees is going to go into permanent employment over here. So yeah, we definitely need to get some more workers. So yes, please. 1 over there, someone should trot over and take up a permanent job in the energy plant. And then we've also, I bought this land and we've surveyed these as well. So that's got some quite nice minerals in it and 4 isotopes. That could be quite nice indeed. And this one here just has a load of waste or a red artifact. I think we will take the artifact. Thank you very much. A useful thing or a big pile of rubbish? Yeah, I think I'll take the useful thing. Thank you very much. Right, are you coming down to work in the energy plant? Where did I put the door? I might have put the door to the energy plant in a stupid place. Plus 18. Plus 18 power, which is wonderful. So now we can unlock the residential building. So yes, please, we'll have one of those. We'll put one of those... What you can do is... Hang on, pause time for a second. You can put buildings of the same type and level. So you know, if you've not upgraded them, they have to be the same sort of upgrade level. You can put them next to each other. And then you can kind of combine them into one super building, which makes them more efficient and more useful. What I'm thinking is, could we combine a couple of, you know, plan ahead and put a couple of residential blocks next to each other? That could be quite useful. So we don't need them together right now. That's fine. Plus 5 people right now is absolutely fine. I kind of want to put it there, but there's stuff on there. Can we just move all this stuff out of the way? Can we have some people doing moving of stuff really, really soon? Can we see how much is in there? Oh, there's quite a lot of stuff. There's quite a lot of bits and bobs on there. There's 4 isotopes, so that's very welcome. What we'll do is, let's wait for them to move all that stuff out of the way, and then we'll put our little residential block down on that tile. They seem to be ignoring the waste on this plot. They've moved a lot of the other stuff, but they're very slow in moving the waste. So we'll just slap the building down anyway. So there we go. Oh, they are moving it now. But we can put the building down. So we'll face it so the door is pointing toward the headquarters, because that's nice. And then we'll just see what one of these looks like, because this could be very nicely one of these. And that gives us an extra 5 space for 5 more citizens. Then we've got to actually go over here to the spaceport and get access to those citizens. So we need to hope that there are things coming in with actual citizens on board that we can, buy in with a bit of influence. But yeah, we need to get this in first. Oh yeah, that waste needs to be moved then, does it? Yeah, okay, right. So that's in the way. I think the waste is in the way. But now they know they need to do this. Hopefully they will get that stuff shifted before too long. And then we can get our little sort of housing block in. Okay, they're stubbornly refusing to move the waste. They've put all the other things in, but they're not moving the waste. So what we can do is, as I say, that one person moves a bit of waste. What we can do is we can click up here and we can kind of order the sort of workers to do different things. So how about we have clean up, in fact, no, move resources. Let's move resources up to the top, because that means they're going to start moving those resources. They'll gather those ones as well, I imagine. So all of our people are now going to go and move resources as a #1 sort of job. Which is good, because that's what we want them to do from here. Yes, indeed. Bring them in. And of course, we have got the problem that we are down to 3. We're down to 3 employees, because one's working in here and one's working over here, which is what we're getting all this sort of set up for in the first place. So yeah, that's why we really, really need this residential block in. We really need this. Why are you doing that over there? I've told you to go and move resources. You, worker face. Come over here and do the actual thing that I'm not paying you. Come over here and do the thing that I'm not paying you to do. And finally, they have moved all of the stuff. So let's bring that back down a little bit. We'll put that back under construct, because that's where it belonged originally, I think. So I can get this thing printed. So what's this going to look like? Hopefully this looks very, very good. And of course, these can be upgraded as well. I don't know what the maximum level is. I don't know what the max level is, but there we go. A little residential block in the rain, which is lovely. So now we need to go over here and just see if there are any people available. The Khan Strong Arm seems to have 14 people. Yeah, that's a bit too many. That's a bit too many for us. Or the L22 Reynard, which is not quite as catchily named as the Khan Strong Arm. That's got 10 people in it. But again, we've only got living space for 5 people, so we can't have any of these. So we're going to have to sit and wait and hope that the Wells X-Craft Heavy, the Strathcona 28, or the cruise ship Melody, that sounds nice. Harkening back to sea-based cruises on ancient Earth, the Melody boasts the latest in comfort and style. I'd go on that. I want to go on that one. That's not the one that's arriving first, but hopefully one of these will have people on. Hopefully one of these will have colonists that we can actually have in and then go, yay, citizens. So let's see. That's got 9. That's got too many. Okay, what about you? And you? Oh my goodness me. There's a lot of people wanting to get away from these other places. Can we not just have one for 5? Or yeah, maybe 3 or 2. I'd take 2, please. I'd take 2 of them just so I can convert 2 of these lovely citizens into mindless automaton robot drones. That would be nice. Come on. This one here, that's going to have a few. Yay, 2. So, yeah, we get some minerals, which is fine. We do collect a little bit of waste, which is, yeah, that's okay. We can deal with that. But yeah, it costs 6. I'm tempted to just look at this. If we can get 5 citizens in, that's going to be a bit better. So we've got time until this thing leaves. It's going to be, is it going to be pretty close? It might be quite close, but they're not going to leave for a little while. Hang on, right, so we'll pause it. The Pioneer Gigamark, no, that's just too many people. That's 15 people again. We'll take that, please. The Nazca Ultralight, which sounds like a very sort of low alcohol quantity beer. The Nazca Ultralight can come in, and then we've got 2 people here. They can then go and live in here. So then what we'll do is over in the factory, we will now get ourselves. Let's just get one of these conversion capsules in. So we're going to convert one of the. We might have to build. We might have to build another electric kind of distributey thing over there. Let's put one of the conversion capsules there, and then we will build ourselves an energy relay to go just Where do we want to put that? There? That's still within range of all the other electric stuff. Yeah, that's fine, because it overlaps. So we'll put an energy relay there, and then by the time that's done, that should then be powered, so they can put both of these in. Why are they not? Well, there's loads of stuff in here, surely. Surely this container here is full. It's full of useful things. Okay, they're getting the resources from somewhere else. Okay, seems slightly inefficient, but right you are. Okay, conversion chamber is in and the little energy relay is complete to then distribute energy over here. So now we have ourselves a terrifying conversion capsule. So now you can see up here that we can now have 7 employees rather than just the 5. So the 5 come with the headquarters. So the headquarters can manage 5 employees. And now by constructing this, we can have another 2, which is very lovely. So what we can do is we can go into here and say, yes, convert 1. We can convert 1 citizen into an employee. So there we go. Look, we turn citizens into obedient, low-wage employees who work themselves to the bone. I wasn't aware we paid them any wages, but okay, there we go. So now we should just watch, and one of our new people, one of our new arrivals, will trundle in, and then lie down in this, and then, yeah, there you go, you get into that, and then we turn you from a citizen, we rip out your innards, and we turn you into a robot drone. Hooray for the future. And of course, there's a bit of waste, and that person was just sick as well. But there we go. So now they are one of ours. And yeah, we've now got 6 workers, and we'll do it to the other one as well. But this thing has to stay here. This thing has to now stay in place. This conversion capsule kind of keeps those 2 robot workers alive. It keeps them up and running. All the different gadgets and widgety things over there make sure that those 2 workers can continue to exist. So we'll convert the other one. So yes, please. We'll get ourselves another worker into there, because that's handy. All the extra workers is all very, very useful. And then what we'll do is we'll finish up for now, but we're going to come back to this because we've not even really scratched the surface. There's so much more stuff we can do. There's obviously all these silos and things. There's a load more production stuff. I mean, there's a transport hub that lets us build roads. So we can clear loads of this territory and have loads of roads and stuff like that. Of course, we haven't even got to this point yet. We've not got the defensive turret in place, which we probably do want to do sooner rather than later, because if we get attacked at the moment, we're completely vulnerable. And then there's stuff here, there's the office. So the office is a place where we can send citizens and they just sit and watch those adverts. So rather than just having a little pod for them over here, we can have a big building for them where they can go sit and watch and just watch TV for a bit. So yeah, we're going to come back to this. I imagine we'll have a little sort of mini series of this and just see how well we can do. I mean, I don't know if the goal is to destroy the rebel camps. I assume that's the ultimate goal. And we do that by expanding our territory. We can do that with this thing here, the command center. We kind of just stamp on other bases and stuff with command centers. But yeah, we'll come back and we'll see what we can do. But yeah, I like this. I like this. This is a very, very enjoyable thing. I mean, it's great. I like the sort of, the amount of different buildings and the fact that you can build things inside certain residences and structures and things, or outside of them. So, you can build power generating things inside buildings, or you can build a big energy plant outside. It's your choice. And I also love the appearance. I kind of really enjoy the sort of the atmosphere and the theme of it all. I like the pixely nature of it all. But yeah, it's very industrial and a little bit bleak. It's a little bit of a sort of a bleak outlook on the future. The fact that we're earning money by forcing people to just sit and watch adverts. And, that corporations are clearly in charge in the future. And then the fact that we take lovely citizens and then we just sort of chop them up and turn them into our robot employees. It's got a really interesting sort of... a really interesting kind of world behind it, which I'm enjoying. So yeah, we'll come back to this and we shall have some more Industries of Titan. Hopefully you have enjoyed this. If you have, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on here next time out in Industries of Titan. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I'll see you next time. How are we doing? You've just circumvented the queue. You, sir, a cheat. Oh my goodness me, there's 12 million people that just come in from an airplane. Are you a skeleton? Are you just Skeletor? Is that all it is? You, madam. You are a pain. You are a scourge upon this earth. People are urinating on the floor.